welcome to TJ's View. And our topic for today is finally media manipulation, or in this case, mass manipulation. Yes, the video is finally here. I know I've been saying this multiple times media manipulation, whatever manipulation, and I keep forgetting or I keep postponing. Today, the postponement is over. We're actually doing it today. And as you guys know, because I've told you in the past videos, like I'm going to use a script because it's a sensitive topic. I cannot talk about it just yappingly. We need guidance to nurture this conversation. And also, if you're just joining us on this channel, welcome to TJ's View. Check around, saw the vibe. Like, what do you think? Do you like this video? Do you like other videos? I mean, you cannot know because you're just starting, but just check around, and see the vibe and energy here. If you like it, if you want to be part of the community and whatever. So I noticed I forgot the 1 minute silence in the last video. I know, crime. I should have prosecuted for it. So in this video, we're not going to forget 1 minute silence for the word that are going to be butchered into this video. Yeah, over. So now let's get into today's video: mass manipulation. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. There will be mentions of violence, genocide, racism, homophobia. If you find such topics uncomfortable, please feel free to clock out and join us again on topics you're more comfortable with. Or you can just skip through because I'm going to try to put like timestamps. So yeah, to start with, what is media? The main means of mass communication, broadcasting, publishing, and the internet regarded collectively. Like that's what the media is basically. So media manipulation refers to orchestrated campaigns in which actors exploit the distinctive features of broadcasting, mass communication, or digital media platform to mislead, misinform, or create a narrative that advances their interests and agendas. That's why I said media manipulation is different from in my other videos. I said that media manipulation is different from what I thought it was. Like what I thought was media manipulation is mass manipulation. So I'm going to create a video on media manipulation itself later on. But mass manipulation is what we're on today. So what is mass manipulation as we've been saying? Mass manipulation is a phenomenon widely used in history, and today it refers to the deliberate influence of information, emotions, and attitudes of a large group of people in order to achieve specific objectives. So, can you see that that's actually like fits more in line with what I've been talking about? I mean, if you are just doing this, I don't know what I've been talking about. Like, you've not missed a lot at all. You've not missed anything. You're gonna catch up easy, like easy. So let's go on. So now to understand what mass manipulation is, we need to know like you need to know that every news and media report based on their political ideology. Or I don't know if that's facts, yeah, but me, I you know what? I genuinely think that every news outlet, we, like they say the news, they give out the reports based on their political ideology. And you're going to like, I don't say things without backing it up with facts. So let's get into the facts. So we have like, what are the political ideologies? We have like right, left, and then the center wing. So what's that? What is right wing? What is left wing? What is center wing? Like, waiting be that. So I'm going to put you on what that is today. After you finish watching this video, you can proudly go on your social media platform and be like, I'm a left wing person, I'm a right wing person, I'm a center wing person, and I don't support this so thing because it doesn't fit my ideology. You've probably been seeing it around. They have been thinking, all these right wing people on TikTok, what do they mean by right wing? Is it chicken wing we're talking about? Is it football wing we're talking about? Today, I'll put you on the right things. So, what is right wing? Right wing is the section of the political party or system that advocates free enterprise and private ownership and typically favors socially traditional ideas. The conservative group or section, basically. Right wing media is like the conservative people, basically. The people that want to follow that traditional idea down to the traditional, as in everything has to be traditional, and they're also like very capitalist. Like, okay, when it comes to like sector, when it comes to the economic sector, they tend to like favor capitalism like very highly, basically, because private ownership and all. So, anyways, then with left wing, that's a section of the political party or system that advocates greater social and economic equality and typically favors social liberal ideas, the socialist or progressive group or section, basically. So the left wing, which I happen to be a left winger. Anyways, should I be telling you for that? Anyways, I happen to be a left winger. So the left wing is like more. So obviously, like there's tiny bias, like this a little bit of bias. Well, you'll probably be able to get and make that up by yourself, anyways. So um the left wing is like more socialist, right? They follow like a socialist like economic system. Socialism in economy is when the government is the one that controls and places like embargo and controls basically how the system works. I actually strive for a socialist like economic system, but like I support more of a mixed economy. Like I am not like, oh, everything has to be government owned and controlled. Like no, I tend to think towards a mixed economy, or at least that's what I think. I don't know. Maybe if I know more about economics, I'll be able to make up my mind more. But technically speaking, like I tend to think more of a mixed economy, more than actually like socialism directly, But yeah, I highly favor a bit more socialism a bit more than capitalism. Like obviously, guys. Like anyways, so they also have like liberal mindset. Liberal mindset as in they are open to ideas, like they are open minded basically. Left wingers or left wing is like open to in the left wing, how would I put it? It embraces like different religion. There's no hyper focus on one religion like is the right one. Like there's nothing like that. There it also like towards like the queer community, the liberal left wingers are like open to the queer community. They're also like what else do the left wingers support that will I say is considered like liberal? Practically, they are the so-called woke people of the internet. All those. Oh my God, your woke ideas. Oh, feminism too. Yeah, left wing, basically. To the left. So we have centrism. That's center wing. Centrism advocates gradual change within the political system, opposing the right's adherence to the status quo and the left's support for radical change. The support for middle class is a defining trait of centrism, holding that it is preferable to reactionary or revolutionary politics. Basically, centrism is just you're in the middle. You cannot like you're on the fence. You are not exactly complete supportive of right wing because right wing people just want the status quo to remain the same. The rich to be richer and the poor to remain poor because they don't give a fuck about you. How am I supposed to say that? Anyways, I said it. And the left wingers are like, change, 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 radicalism. We must change everything. And the center people are like, okay, people should calm down. Like, I'm. I don't want the rich to be richer and the poor to be poorer, but I also don't have the energy and the drive to be doing change, change, change. So I'm just in the middle. Sweet in the middle, like that's centralism, basically. See, if you are looking for, sorry, small disclaimer. If there's anything I'm saying that you don't agree with or whatever, you can drop it in the comment section. And if you are not really getting me, you can also do research by yourself. You don't just have to watch my video and then everything I say is automatically what you think. I'm just saying it from my own interpretation. Yes, I did research. Yes, I did research. Yes, I have a bit knowledge, but like I'm still not perfect. I'm a human being. I'm fallible. I mean, that's how they say it. I'm not infallible. Anyways, let's go on. So I'm going to give you. So generally, the left wing is characterized by emphasis on ideas such as freedom, equality, fraternity, rights, progress, reform, and internationalism, while the right wing is characterized by an emphasis on notions such as authority hierarchy, order, duty, tradition, reaction, and nationalism. So that's kind of it, basically. Summary of everything. So now, let's talk about like the medias, the news platforms that we're familiar with that fit into like right, left, whatever. So now we're going to start with some foreign and Nigerian examples, like a mix of them. So some of the right wing media outlets, I mean, doing my research, I don't know if they changed now, but doing the research, this is what I saw. Like some of the right wing like papers or news outlets are like The Nation. That's for Nigeria. That's a Nigerian owned news outlet. Daily Trust. They said Daily Trust is sometimes right wing, but yeah, they are mostly towards the right wing. Then we have Sahara Reporters. Then we have Fox News. Fox News is right wing, and the Daily Telegraph. So for the left, we have People's Gazette. We have Premium Times. We have the cable. The cable can also like sometimes lean like right, but yeah, they tend to lean like progressive. So we have CNN, The Guardian, Al Jazeera. So those are like left news like outlet. Then for central news we have like channels. Channels is a Nigerian news outlet. Then we have Arise News. I think Arise News is also like Nigerian. Then we have BBC, we have Reuters, then we have Associated Press. Those are the center, like some of the centers. You can also research by yourself to know what like news outlets you are listening to, like where their political ideology is like based in. And I'll tell you why that is important as we go on. Knowing the political ideology that whatever news outlet you follow would help you to understand the bias in the news that they are giving you and help you to shape how you're going to understand and interpret the news better. Because news can sound different depending on who is delivering the news, basically. And the governments and organizations take advantage of that a lot in their, in their doings and in their doings. And my goal is to make you guys, open to the ideas of things, like to know things, basically things that you wouldn't know otherwise, or things that you know but you're not really sure on, is to help you guys to know things, to open your mind to new ideas, to practically just help you guys, basically. I mean, to grow as a community, not to only help you guys, for me to also grow with you guys. Because as I'm researching this topic, I'm also learning more, basically. So it's not you guys that are growing, we're all growing together. And to just help you understand things, basically. And you're going to understand as I go on why that is important. So now to the bias or biases. I'm going to give you guys some example of news and how like idea each like each political ideology can frame the same news on the same topic. So we have the topic is Tinubu removes fuel subsidy, which we as Nigerians know made things more difficult and more expensive for the citizens. So how is it framed in the media? So basically, Tinubu removed the fuel subsidy, which made fuel more expensive and harder for like more citizens to like you know to access, basically. So like let me give you how the news outlets framed that particular news. So the left said Tinubu's government crushes the poor, fuel subsidy removal deepens poverty and hunger among Nigerians. I'm going to try to put like the link to this particular news outlet, and this particular news is by I think Gazette, the People's Gazette. So I'm going to try to like add the link to maybe to the what's it called to the description down below if you are very curious about reading all the. You guys should actually be checking my description because my description is very very like detailed. I try to put in like a lot of things I don't say in the video in the description and just give links. If maybe when I'm writing when after I record the video I find out something that is wrong that I said, like I try to like make the corrections in the description. You guys should actually be checking my description. Check it. Check it. So let's go on. So this link is going to be in the description. I'll try to put it there. Anyways, that was People's Gadgets, that's the left, that's what they said. So the right, which specifically in this case is the nations, they said a bold economic reform. Tinubu ends on unsustainable fuel subsidy for the long-term good of Nigeria. That's what the right said happened. The long-term good. Anyway, sha. As I said, myself, I am biased. So, but let's go on. So, we have Channels TV, which is center. What did they say about the news? Mixed reaction as fuel subsidy ends. Nigeria's weigh the benefits and burdens of reform. So you can see like how those particular headings like would give you a different interpretation. If you read it from the left, which talks about how the first of the remover is going to is making things more difficult for the citizens, which is actually the truth in this case. But anyways, like that's one interpretation. Another person, which is another like outlet, which is the right, they interpreted it as this is like is removing it, it's unsustainable, it's for the long and the betterment of the future because they support traditional ideals, they support the government, like that's kind of how it works. Then the centers are like, okay, this is what happens, but like we're not going to tell you how the citizens are feeling about it, we're just telling you in this is what happened basically. So let's move on. And for foreign, like left-leaning foreign news, like CNN, it says Nigeria subsidy cuts its vulnerable communities hardest and soaring inflation. Basically, it's talking about how the subsidy removal is making life harder for the already low income communities, and also how it's making inflation higher. While the right news, like the foreign right news, which is the Fox News in this case, says Nigeria's government finally ends years of wasteful spending, a model for Africa's economic reform. Basically, is that what happened? Sure. Let's think for ourselves anymore. So another example for like the international like center is the Reuters. What did they say? Nigeria's NNPC raises fuel prices as it dishes costly subsidies. Basically, like just this is what happened. We are not saying maybe this happening makes people happier or sadder. Like this is just what happened. That's just the fact. That's what happened basically. So the article actually talked about the fuel jump in like Lagos and how like the subsidy was draining like government funding and all of those things. So you should just like read. I'll put the links in the in the description if you actually want to read those articles one by one by yourself. So now another centuries international group was like, which is the Financial Times, is like, oh, will shock therapy revive Nigeria's economy or sink it further? So as you can see, like they are just posing questions. They're just like the center news article. They are not like telling you how to think or this is what's happening, this is what's not happening. Based on the headings, though, you have to read the article yourself to understand. Like just based on the headings. So can we see how like how news headings can talk about same topic but with different interpretation basically. It was nice being with you guys today. Thank you. Bye.